All right. Here we go again. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Geoff. And again, this will be just Geoff, myself, here, and I really want to thank everybody for all the support you've given us. Joining us when we bring guests on, and showing a lot of love to our guests. And man, they always tell me, say, Geoff, man, people reach out to them and they feel all kind of appreciation for you guys, making sure you let them know that, hey, they're giving you some value. You can relate to where they are. You're making that connection. So thank you all for doing that. And for our team that continues to put this stuff together, shout out to you guys. You're always doing amazing things to make stuff go on, right? So, hey, we're here today, man, and I'm excited about being here, and I'm going to get right to why we're here today. And I thought, though, since I am by myself, I'm going to take just a moment and talk about, our whole development around Conversations with Geoff, where we really were about, hey, people say, Geoff, man, you should do this. You should talk about this. You should da-da-da-da. Okay, well, what is this? And so we kind of put it all together, and we talk about community, right? And in that community, that's family, your work community, your home community, your spiritual, your physical, whatever that community is, right? And then health. And that is, the same kind of thing, your physical health, your mental health. Mental health's important, boy. Oh, man, you need to do more for those folks. Physical, spiritual, mental, financial health, and wealth. So it's the same thing, your occupation, your business, your investments, your long-term strategies, your legacy building, right? And the whole thing about all of that, and this is the cool part about our show, is that it's the stinking thinking that shows up everywhere. You know what I mean, right? I mean, it's like, oh, man, it's what we think about no matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter where we are. It all goes back to how we're thinking about ourselves and the conversations that we're having with ourselves about ourselves, right? So I wanted to just share that, and we're going to continue to have guest speakers on. As a matter of fact, this Thursday, this guy is showing up, Mr. Nate Rush. I've known him now for almost 30 years. And this guy is not only a living and walking miracle, he's done some amazing things in the life of a recovering soldier. And I mean, just a powerful guy. And then, the next week, I think we've got someone that's going to really kind of push the edge on health heart expert, right? Going to talk about some things that are, not shared a lot. And, we like to create some thought. We're not going to have a whole lot of chaos on our shows, but we want to leave you with some things to think about. We want to give you some things that people aren't talking about in both of those areas, in recovery and in health. Mental and heart health is my guy, Mr. Heart Health, right? And then go back, and last week we had a guy on, Sikul. He was really just a humble gentleman, and he talked about his journey along, and he's a martial arts expert and trainer, and we're going to actually do some things the rest of the month here and year, probably showing you how you can take 15 minutes of your day and do a certain amount of exercises and become more consistent on that, and then eliminate the excuse of, I don't have time, or I don't know, or whatever it is, right? We want to get rid of the excuses. So be on the lookout for that, right? So, by the way, please, when you're in here, let us know where you're from. Show some love in the chat for our guests as they continue to show up. And let me see, I got something going on the sidelines here, guys. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so now back to you. So, anyway, man, can I just share something with you that, my morning a little bit, right? I do have some things to talk about, but man, oftentimes I forget, the simple thing of finding the joy in gratitude, right? I mean, you guys, many of you know that, I'm coming through prostate surgery. It'll be actually 3 months this month. And I've had some setbacks physically in terms of mobility. And I say all this because, man, before that, I was a nonstop guy, and I'm going to be that guy again, right? And exercise 6 days a week and all these things, and then, nothing, and then a little bit after surgery, and then a setback, and I had some weird stuff going on with my knee, and in addition to the other things, and I'm like, oh man, stinking thinking was whispering in the ear, right? I'm talking to you about my life, right, around health, and not to old poor Geoff, because guess what, baby? why I'm talking about gratitude is I continue to take the next step through the struggles. I continue to believe that I'm going to get better. I continue to do the next right thing, and I follow what the doctor's telling me, which is a good thing for Geoff because I'm a pretty hard-headed guy. My wife will tell you that for sure, right? And so today I was able to take a little over, I don't know how far, walk. It was on the beach, and it was in Galveston, and Galveston, Texas beaches are cool for those of you that don't know. And I was able to just connect, man, with Geoff. Stand there and stand there with me and just kind of imagine being there and feel the breeze on your face and blowing through your hair, yeah. And the birds singing, and there were birds singing, and the water waves flashing, and just the sand, just the footsteps, right? Man. And so life is about finding gratitude, staying grateful no matter what. And when things get tough, like they always will, what do we do here in Conversations with Geoff? We don't say I can't. We say I can, baby. We don't say maybe. We say I will. And then we say I must. I must show up today. I must do the things that I'm struggling with, right? Anyway, thank you for letting me share that. So I thought today, I was working on some things, and man, I love this platform where I can come in here and serve you, right? I mean, that's what I'm trying to do, and who I want to do it to is those people that are know they're meant for more, that whisper is in their head, it's in their ear, and they're just not sure how to take that next leap, or someone that's done it, and now they find themselves in the next level, how to get to the next level, right? Or somebody is just floating along that whispers almost out. They hear it every now and then. We all know people like that. They all need to hear this. I ask you to subscribe now if you haven't already, and share this. Set up the notification bell so you don't miss the episodes. You don't miss this show. Because the thinking doesn't have to be the reason why. It can be the reason for, right? And so the power of the comeback, the magic is in the mess. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what, from my perspective, life is about, if you decide that your life is meant for more and you want to do some things, then you already know. I don't have to tell you that you're going to face some adversity. You're going to face some challenges. You're going to face some setbacks. You're going to face some disappointments, right? That's the reality of it. Anybody else telling you that's full of crap, right? So anyhow, there's a fly going around, so I'm going to ignore it. Anyway, so just stay focused. But the power of the comeback, man, is that we're all going to face it. In those areas we talked about earlier, community, health, and wealth, man, it's just going to show up. But the magic and the lesson is in the mess, right? I mean, what's going on when you're down, when you're in the middle of something? Like for me, this exercise piece, right? And I'm telling you guys, I first it was like, I had to really get in the ring. I like to talk about the boxing ring with Geoff 1 and Geoff 2, right? The whiner and complainer, the negative guy, and the one that says, you can do it, you must do it. And you're like, come on, let's get busy, right? And he was beating the crap out of me, man, because I was, when's this going to stop? When am I going to get better? But you know what? And that's what I tell you too. Don't stop. Don't lay down in the ring when you get knocked down, because you're going to get knocked down. Don't lay down in the ring when you just feel like you can't take another step. Get your butt back up and get back in the fight, man. Because that's what's going to happen. No matter, you either going into a comeback, right? You either headed that way, or you're in the middle of it. I talk about it all the time. Or you just got out on the other side. And I'm in the middle of something. So anyway, so here's what I say to you. Stop going through life, because what all that stuff will do to you is it'll have an effect on you. Some of us are running full speed through life, no matter what, and some of us are dodging and running full speed, and some of us are kind of just standing still. Where are you in those three? I say to all of you, stop living your life with your brakes on, man. Right? How do your brakes get put on? We do it automatically. We can't. We're stuck with past experiences. All that investment didn't work out well. This relationship didn't work out well. Or, I experienced some setbacks in my health, whatever that is, man. So you just kind of slow down, takes the gas off, take your foot off the gas, I guess, right? And then defeats. We all going to face those defeats, man. Boy, I was so happy when I realized it. That's part of the process. that if you can get up when you're facing defeat, that the greatest gift is in the character that becomes from that, learning how to be persistent, which is a necessary thing, learning how to be resilient no matter what, showing up no matter what, man. Right? And so, and this third one. So I already talked to you about experience and talk about defeats. This third one is pain. And that could be physical pain, that could be emotional pain, spiritual pain, financial pain. That one's tough. That one's tough, man. You know, and talking about pain, you know, there's some things that are going on. My wife's auntie, our auntie, because her family is my family is her family. You know, we just found out the other day that she's probably, you know, unless there's a miracle, not going to make it. And she's lived a great life, man. And, you know, a lot of people love her and she loves a lot of people. But she may not make it through this. But you know what? You know, when my wife and I said she's going to be hanging out now, her spirit's going to be with her relatives, all of the people that are still flailing around here in spiritual bases, right? Man. So pain's going to show up too, guys, no matter what it is. So I challenge you. What are you going to do with this? How you doing in your own space right now? And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Geoff Tyson, and I'm known as the Comeback King, man. And in those areas, community, relationships, and health, those are things that I've had all types of situations with in my life, man. And people have always said to me, Geoff, thank you for sharing your experience in corporate America, helping me elevate myself to the next level. Thank you for getting me started in the real estate investing business, getting me in the right direction. Thank you for helping me in my relationships, right? And hey, look, I share things. I think what they like about me is that I'm going to tell it like it is. And some people like that, some people don't. But I tell them with love, right? Because that's how it was given to me, man. Right? So let's get through this. So courage, let's talk about that. Woo, man. Are you embracing the idea of what it takes to build courage? Or are you running backwards? Are you running away from it, right? Because here's something Winston Churchill said, and I believe this to be true in my life. Courage is when you're going from failure to failure, baby, and not lose your enthusiasm. Oh, man, not lose your enthusiasm. That made me think about the time when I started my first business, and you know, it was an installation business, right? You would think of just a normal installation business, but no, some other things came out of that. But I had to build that business. 0 clients, 0 experience, and really $0 in my pocket. But I stayed fast to what I believe. If someone else was doing this, I can do it too, right? Well, how did they make it happen, right? And I'll never forget this. You know, one of these guys, because I had to go out and raise the sales, right? So I was out and I was working with these high-end custom builders, and they're building these $2-3 million projects and these super big developments. And here I show up, right? And I'm talking about them spending 40% more than what they're already spending on a product. And some would laugh, some would smile. One guy told me, he said, man, there's no way in, please, I'm going to do that. But what we talk about, courage and building courage, man, it's showing up. I had a reason, right? I wanted to be the largest installation business in the Midwest in a certain amount of years using this product. And nothing was going to stop me from doing that. And that gentleman that I told you about, this, I'm crazy and all that stuff, he ended up being one of my best customers, a friend, and a mentor. How did I get that? Because there's a piece of business. I always look for what people are not serving. There was a niche in there, right? Green building was a big thing, man. Hey, I figured out how to make that relationship with architect firms and manufacturers that were all about green building and getting this stuff out there. So now all of a sudden I can provide something for a client that they weren't thinking about. Very few other people were doing, right? And then they realized over time that, hey, this isn't that 40% that they're spending now. Their customers can make that up year after year, right? And so it was a whole mindset, man. But it was the niche that helped me do that. It was the support of the manufacturer that helped me do that. But most importantly, it was I knew that if someone else did it, I could do it too. And I was already working on that stinking thinking, man. Right? That thinking that said, Geoff, are you crazy? Not only is it the highest product out there. You're facing a business where most people don't look like you, and most of your customers don't. So it's all that noise, man. But you know what? It didn't matter. So don't let it matter to you, right? Boy, I want to just, as I close this thing up, I want to tell you this. Remember, your life follows your thoughts. So what have you been thinking about today? What have you been thinking about all year? What have you been thinking about that just keeps showing up, just keeps getting in your way, just keeps saying to you, not now. Just keep saying to you, who do you think you are? Why do you think you should be able to do this? Why do you think in relationship, why do you think this person wants you? I mean, all these things are going on, right? I'm sure I'm not the only one that has experienced setbacks in relationships, setbacks in business, setbacks in health. But what do? Do the next right thing. We understand that we have a gift. As a human being, we have a gift. I'm aware of. I was thinking. I know it's not easy, right? People may saying, I'm not standing here telling you that all these things I'm sharing with you were easy to do. Because they were not, man. Ooh, but the magic in this, check this out, y'all. The magic in this is this. Every day when I was building that business, I had a plan and I had a goal set. And I reviewed that plan, I reviewed that goal, then I went to work into massive action. I would start in the morning and go until nighttime. That's what it's going to take. Don't run away from that. That's just the reality. Right? Doing this, showing up on this platform is the same thing. So I want to just tell you, I know it's not easy, but it's possible. And I want you to think about this. I want you to do these 3 things and do them right now. Start doing them right now. I want you to be, to become conscious about your thoughts. I want you to be deliberate in how you look at your thoughts, right? And the conversation that you're having with yourself. So you're going to be conscious, deliberate, and become determined that you will no longer be prisoner by the limiting beliefs that you have. Old stories that are 100 years old, right? I mean, I'm guilty of some things sometimes that pop up in my mind, but these things I'm telling you about, I became conscious of that. So, we talk a lot about, hey, hitting the pause button, right? And then replacing that, right? And because that was the determination I had. So, okay, I don't want to stay in this space anymore. I know that there's another way to live. Become determined, man. Have that grit in you, baby, so nothing will get in your way. So I say to you, take the brakes off your life. Let courage be something that you embrace. Let courage be something that inspires you. Let the pursuit of courage be something that you become so persistent around, so resilient on that nothing will stop you from being that way. Because courage is followed by belief, and belief by more confidence, and more confidence by more results. And you go on and on and on from there. So, man, I can talk forever on this, but I got to go. Told you guys. I want you to have a fantastic day. Check out the shows that are coming up. Right? Go back and catch the replays. Please, please, please do that. Most importantly, subscribe, share this information. And remember the 3 things that I want you to do. Conscious of your thoughts. Be deliberate and determined to make a difference in your life and do it right now. I put information in the chat that I want you to go to and reach out to me. And let's get busy doing some things that need to happen to you in your life. And I'll put something in the chat as I close, and I'll read it to you. I'm gone. Hey, Steph, thank you. Appreciate that. Don't copy the behavior and customs of the world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Hey, come on now. Those of you that are following that space, wherever you are, whoever you follow, whatever your space is, whatever your higher power is, check that out. Change the way you think. Change your life. Hey, listen, gotta run. See you on another episode of Conversations with Geoff. Get this message out. And remember, no more thinking, baby. We'll see you later.